Who knew that all it takes is some simple habits to turn you into a high-value man? From patience to resilience, these simple habits are the bread and butter of high-value men. So if you're ready to cut above the rest, take notes, because these are 10 crucial habits that make a high-value man. Number 10. They're decisive. Knowing what you want is seriously attractive, and for good reason. It shows that you have a clear idea of where you're headed in life. From the big decisions, all the way down to the little things, like what you're having for dinner tonight. And if you really want to up your attractiveness game, take a page from the high-value men out there and don't waste time being wishy-washy. High-value men know indecision is a total passion killer. So if you're looking to adopt one habit, don't be afraid to make quick decisions and stick by them. When you have a clear vision of your life goals, it shows that you're not just aimlessly wandering around in this world. You have a purpose, a direction, and that's hot. It's like having a GPS for your life, except you don't have to listen to a robotic voice telling you to make a U-turn. So go forth and seize the day. Stay quick on your feet, and don't waste time overthinking. Number 9. They hold their values close. You know what they say, hold your values close, and people who value those beliefs closer. Having your morals and values sorted is just like having a compass that always points in the right direction, no matter how stormy the weather gets. And high-value men never compromise on their honor, and they protect with gusto, even if the disrespect is coming from a family member or someone close to them. They know where to draw the line. If we were any wiser, we'd think they're a part of a secret society of moral heroes who always go and do the right thing. So what's the lesson here? If you want in with the secret society of high-value men, hold your ground and don't let anyone push you around. In the end, when there's nothing, all you have are your beliefs. So make sure to stay consistent and never compromise on your values. Number 8. They practice patience and empathy. One thing high-value men have in spades is the virtue of patience. You must have heard the phrase, cooler heads prevail. Well, high-value men take this to heart. Literally. These guys can keep their patience intact in any scenario, keeping their judgment at bay. Even if the other person is speaking in an entirely different language. They are the Mr. Rogers of the dating world, because when you're around them, the atmosphere is just equivalent to a warm blanket on a chilly day. And for high-value men, patience and empathy come easy. Why? Only because they're willing to listen to someone who requires it without letting their pride get in the way. They aren't like those vintage audio recordings that require you to rewind in order to play them again. They'll maintain eye contact, listen politely, and keep the conversation flowing. So add 1 tablespoon of patience and loads of empathy in your everyday recipe. You are good to go. Number 7. They are resilient. Now, we all know that a man's gotta be strong, but not just in the bicep department. And that's where high-value men take the bar. We're talking about emotional and social muscles here, friends. You gotta roar through the tough times, not hide under the covers. Being a true pillar of support for your family, your colleagues, and most importantly yourself takes some serious inner work. It's not about getting ripped at the gym, but more about flexing those mental muscles and staying resilient. High-value men picture themselves as the hero of their own life story, the one who can be counted on to step up when things get tough. Whether it's being a shoulder to cry on for your partner or becoming the reliable rock for your community, a true man knows how to show strength in the face of adversity. So, gentlemen, let's crank up that inner strength playlist and start working towards being the superhero version of ourselves. Number 6. They don't play chase. High-value men have got the memo. Chasing after someone is like trying to catch smoke with your bare hands. It's just not going to happen. These fellas understand their own self-worth and let the ladies come to them, because who doesn't love a guy who's got his act together? They know that improving themselves is the key to being irresistible, and they're not about to compromise their standards by chasing after anyone who isn't worth their time. And if we were to take Katy Perry here again, they're hot, they're cold, they're yes, they're no. They're in control. And trust us, it's a good thing. Number 5. They foster healthy relationships. We get it. As humans, we have a knack for soaking up the emotions of those around us. It's like saying, if you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas. Psychological research has shown that we tend to mimic the emotions we see in others. So even if you're usually a ray of sunshine, spending too much time with Debbie Downers might bring you down too. And as a high-value man is mindful of the types of interactions they engage in, make sure your conversations are uplifting and joyful. Seek out people who bring positivity into your life. Remember, you are the company you keep, so choose wisely. Number 4. They are consistent. Simply put, consistency is key. The best way is to think of it as the stability in your life that makes you feel like you're not riding a roller coaster with no seatbelt. High-value men know no one will want to drive a car with brakes that only work half the time. People want to depend on you and know that you'll be there for them when they need you most. Trust us, if you want people to have faith in you, you need to show them that you're reliable and consistent in your actions. So keep your word, make solid plans, and stick to them like a burr on a sock. Don't forget, high-value men are dependables, not dependents. Number 3. They command presence. Remember those classic cowboy movies where the hero strolls into a saloon and everyone stops what they're doing to check him out? That's what we call commanding presence, fellas. Now, we're not saying you should intimidate everyone in the room with your mere presence, but what we are saying is do what a high-value man does. Strive to make a lasting impression and let everyone know that you're someone to be reckoned with. Commanding respect can take many forms, from your fashion sense to the way you talk and carry yourself every day. The secret is confidence. Learn how to exude confidence in everything you do, and respect will come naturally. Number 2. They are not showy. High-value men don't need to constantly toot their own horn and remind everyone how awesome they are. Why? Because they know they're great, and they don't need anyone else's validation to feel that way. Instead of constantly boasting and flexing their wealth and possessions, these men let their actions do the talking. They're the ones quietly killing it in the background, while others are busy shouting from the rooftops. So ask yourself, are you a loud and proud bragger or a silent but deadly achiever? Because the real high-value men are the ones who let their hard work and accomplishments speak for themselves. Number 1. They keep complaining at bay. High-value men don't whine and complain about their problems in life. Instead, they roll up their sleeves and take action like a boss. They're not afraid to ask for advice from others, but only if they think it'll benefit them. These guys won't waste time whining about their situation because they know there are a million other people out there dealing with the same or worse problems. They don't get envious of others who handle problems better than them. Instead, they take inspiration and channel that energy into taking action. A high-value man knows himself inside and out. He's like a Jedi Master when it comes to controlling his emotions. He knows his triggers and steers clear of them like the plague. And when he messes up, he's not too proud to apologize and own up to his mistakes. So all you need to do is keep your complaints in your pockets and fix your issues like Bob the Builder. For more tips and tricks on how to rule the world of high-value men, don't forget to tune in for our next video.